Welcome to the class of hydraulic engineering. Welcome students. In this lecture we will be talking or we will be discussing the topic of pipe flow systems. Okay. Our unit 1 name is flow through pipes. So, in this unit we have will be covering this last topic, pipe flow systems. Okay. What do we mean by pipe flow systems? See, whenever you need to carry the water or liquid or fluid from one place to another, you transport it by the means of pipes. Okay. We transport it by the means of pipes, either it may be a circular pipe or a pipe of various non-uniform pipe, okay, uniform circular pipe or non-uniform pipe from one place to another. So, in that course of flow from in transporting of liquid from one place to another, there may be a series of pipes or number of pipes involved. There are various flow systems. The flow systems such as the pipes can be arranged in series or the pipes can be arranged in a parallel manner depending upon the distribution, how the water has to be distributed from one place to another or source to needy source to destination. Okay. Basically we call the origin as source and where we have to deliver as a destination. From source to destination, either the structure of flow system can be in the series or it can be in a parallel manner. So, in this topic we will be discussing about that, what all the things we need to consider when the pipes are connected in a series, or what all we need to consider when the pipes are connected in a parallel condition. So, now let us start with pipes in series. Pipes in series, or we call it as a compound pipe also. We call it as a compound pipe also. Pipes in series. What do we mean by series? Pipes in series. The pipes are what our circular pipes or pipes are attached in a, let me locate the pointer. Here is the pointer. Pipe in series. One pipe, suppose there is a larger diameter pipe, it is connected to a shorter diameter pipe, again it is connected to a larger diameter pipe. So, this goes on, okay, larger diameter pipe, see this is the diameter is larger here. Here we have lesser diameter, again here we have larger diameter. So, this goes on, this is nothing but a series connection, one to one connection is known as series connection. This altogether is also known as a compound pipe, this altogether is known as compound pipe. So, what are pipes in series? If a pipeline connecting two reservoir is made up of several pipes of different diameters, several pipes of different diameter D1, D2, D3 and of length L1, L2 and L3 etc., all connected in series, that is nothing but end to end, that is end to end connection. Well, that all nothing but in end to end connection. See, this is one diameter pipe of diameter D, D1 and length L1. This is connected to a again different diameter pipe, let us say larger diameter pipe. Okay. Here the diameter is D2 and length is L2. This again is connected into a again larger diameter pipe. This again is connected into a larger diameter pipe. This is nothing but D3 and length is L3. So, this all together, this connection, this is end to end connection. This type of connection is known as series connection. This type of connections is known as series connections. Okay, series connection. It is end to end connected. So, pipeline connecting two reservoir is made up of several pipes of different diameter D1, D2, D3 as you can see, and lengths L1, L2 and L3 etc., all connected in a series. Need not be that all the pipes are ascending, all the pipe diameters are ascending in order or descending in order. The pipe can be from larger diameter to shorter diameter or shorter diameter to larger diameter, any sort of pipes you can connect. Okay. So, in this scenario, in the pipes in series, what happens to discharge? Discharge through each pipe will be same. Discharge through each pipe will be same. That is nothing but Q1 discharge from pipe Q1 will be equal to discharge in pipe Q2 will be equal to discharge in the pipe Q3. Okay, discharge will be same along all these pipe. What happens? The difference in liquid surface levels is equal to the sum of head losses in all section. So here the head loss, total head loss will be equal to, the total head loss will be equal to, the total head loss H will be equal to head loss by pipe 1 plus head loss by pipe 2 plus head loss by pipe 3. Here what happens? Head loss gets added. In the series connection, head loss gets added, whereas discharge remains same. Whereas what happens? Discharge through this pipe remains same. These are the two important pipes that has to be considered in a series, pipes in series. What is the main important pipes in series? Discharge is equal in every pipe, okay, and at every section of the pipe, whereas head loss get sum up, head loss gets sum up. Look at over here, look at in this figure. Here in this figure 1, this is the pipe of diameter D1. Let me locate the pointer. See, this is the pipe of diameter D1 and length L1. Okay, this is the pipe of diameter D2. Sorry. D2 and length L2. This is the pipe of diameter D3 and length corresponding to that pipe is L3. Okay. Now look at over here. V1, the water is transporting from V1 to V2. The water is being carried from reservoir A to reservoir B. Reservoir A to reservoir B. The water is being carried from reservoir A to reservoir B by the series connection of 3 pipes, by the series connection of 3 pipes. This is pipe 1, this is pipe 2, this is pipe 3. So see what we have said. We have said that discharge will be equal in every pipe. See, look at this discharge formula. Discharge formula is nothing but Q into area into velocity. Discharge is area into velocity. Discharge is area into velocity. Discharge formula. What is the discharge formula? Discharge is equal to area into velocity. See, discharge in pipe 1. This is discharge in pipe 1. What is the area of pipe 1? Diameter is D1. Pi D1 square by 4 into V1 is the discharge of pipe 1. This is the discharge of pipe 2. Pi D2 square by 4 into V2. This is the discharge of pipe 3. Pi D3 square by 4 into V3. Discharge at every section of the pipe remains same. So the discharge here is equal. Now look at the head loss. What do we mean by head loss? What happens in the pipe? What happens to the head loss in pipes in series? The head loss gets added. The head loss gets added. Look at this. Look at over here. These are nothing but including minor losses. Head loss including minor losses. Here in this head loss including minor losses. Including minor losses. What happens over here? This is the entrance of pipe 1. At the entrance of pipe 1, what happens? Entry loss occurs. At the entrance of pipe, what happens? Entry loss occurs. What is the amount of entry loss? 0.5 V1 square by 2G. This is nothing but entry loss. Okay, this is entry loss. After that, from the entry over here, the liquid experience friction in this pipe, pipe 1. So what is the formula for head loss? Major head loss due to friction, F1 L1 V1 square by 2GD. F1 L1 square by 2GD. This was experiencing the friction loss from pipe 1. This is due to entrance loss. This one is due to entrance loss. Which one? First one, 0.5 V square by 2G is due to, let me locate the pointer. This is due to, where is the pointer? Here is the pointer. This is due to our entry loss. Then next, here what happening, just look at this section. Look at this section, what happening, sudden contraction occurring over here. The fluid or liquid is transferring from larger diameter pipe to smaller diameter pipe. So here what happens, sudden contraction occurs, sudden loss due to sudden contraction. What is the formula for loss due to sudden contraction? 0.5 V2 square by 2G. Why here V2 we are writing over here? Because the velocity in the pipe 2 is V2. 0.5 V2 square by 2G. This is due to loss due to sudden contraction. And next, again in the pipe 2, what happening, major loss, frictional loss is occurring. The formula for that is F2 L2 V2 square by 2G D2. This is due to friction loss in pipe 2, major loss in pipe 2. Now let us see at this section what is happening. Smaller pipe, the liquid is flowing from smaller pipe to larger pipe. So there is sudden enlargement. There is sudden enlargement. What is the minor loss? Correction formula for sudden enlargement, V2 minus V3 whole square by 2G. Why V2 minus V3? Because the flow is entering from pipe 2 to pipe 3. That's why it is V2 minus V3. If the flow sudden enlargement was occurring from V1 pipe 1 to pipe 2, then the formula will be V1 minus V2. So this V2 minus V3 is all about sudden enlargement which is occurring at the section when the fluid is transferring from pipe 2 to pipe 3. What is happening? Sudden enlargement is occurring. Due to that sudden enlargement, this is the minor loss due to sudden enlargement, V2 minus V3 whole square by 2G. Again in the pipe 3, what is happening? Frictional losses will be occurring. So formula for major loss, that is frictional loss, it is in the pipe 3 F3 L3 V3 square by 2G D3. And at the entrance of reservoir B, what is happening? Exit loss occurs. Okay, at the entrance exit loss occurs. So what is the formula for exit loss? V3 square by 2G. V3 square by 2G. This is the formula for head loss in the series. It includes both minor losses and major losses. It includes both minor losses and major losses. If we want to neglect the minor losses, then the head loss formula in pipes in series becomes this. If we neglect minor losses and only if we include major losses, then this is the formula. H is equal to F1 L1 V square by 2G D1 plus F2 L2 V2 square by 2G D2 plus F3 L3 V3 square by 2G D3. This becomes our head loss formula if minor losses are neglected. Minor loss is neglected in this formula. Minor loss is neglected in the formula. This above formula is including minor losses. This above formula is including minor losses. Okay. Are you clear with this topic? Okay. Now let us see another thing. Equivalent pipe. What do we mean by equivalent pipe? See, pipes in series and compound pipes are one and the same. Okay. What is equivalent pipe? Compound pipe consisting of several pipes of varying diameters and length is to be replaced by a pipe of uniform diameter which is known as equivalent pipe. I will give the example. So what is happening over here is, in earlier thing we have seen the series. What is the series pipe? The different diameter pipes are connected with each other. The different diameter pipes are connected with each other. Look at this. This is the pipes in series. Smaller diameter pipe, larger diameter pipe, and this is also smaller diameter pipe. If we replace this non-uniform diameter pipe with the only single diameter pipe, single uniform diameter pipe, which will be carrying the equal amount of discharge or which offers equal amount of head loss with respect to this, then this pipe is known as equivalent pipe. This pipe won't be of either this diameter or this diameter. This has to be designed. Okay. Instead of this complex pipe, if we place one pipe which has the similar characteristics of these pipes in series, okay, when the pipes are in series are replaced, number of pipes are replaced with only one pipe which has the same characteristics as a compound pipe, then that pipe is known as equivalent pipe. Compound pipe consisting of several pipes of varying diameter and length is to be replaced by a pipe of uniform diameter, which is known as equivalent pipe. So, what is happening in equivalent pipe? Just look at that. If L1, L2, L3 etc. are the lengths and D1, D2, D3 etc. are the diameter respectively of the different pipes. You can see in the figure, let length will be L1 and diameter will be D1, L2 D2, L3 D3. These are nothing but different diameters of the pipes, okay, of a compound pipe. Then the total head loss. What is the formula for total head loss? Neglecting the minor losses in last slide which we have seen, head loss will be equal to F1 L1 V1 square by 2G D1 plus F2 L2 V2 square by 2G D2 plus F3 L3 V3 square by 2G D3 plus so on. As number of pipes are connected in series, so we have written the so on. So, this is the formula for head loss, neglecting the minor losses. Let me locate the pointer. This is the formula for head loss, neglecting the minor losses for compound pipes or pipes in series. Now, as we know that in series condition, what is happening? Discharge is same. Discharge from pipe 1 is equal to pipe 2 is equal to pipe 3, so on. Okay. What is the formula for discharge? Q is equal to area into velocity. Q is equal to area into velocity is the formula of discharge. Okay. That is nothing but pi by 4 d1 v1 square is equal to pi by 4 d2 v2 square is equal to pi by 4 d3 v3 square. Okay, as the, and let us assume that frictional factor or coefficient of friction is same for all the pipes which are connected in a series. Let us assume that for this all friction factors are equal, F1 is equal to F2 is equal to F3 and the discharge is same. If we substitute these two phenomena in this above equation, if we substitute this condition 2 and condition 3, which is condition 2, let this equation be equation 1. Let this equation be equation 1, this condition be equation 2, this friction condition be equation 3. If we substitute equation 2, conditions of equation 2 and equation 3 in equation 1, how this formula gets modified? Let us see that. See, what was our original formula? Original formula excluding head losses, neglecting the minor head losses, where H1 is equal to, I am locating the pointer, H1 was equal to this was the formula. Okay. HL is equal to F1 L1 V1 square by 2 GD plus so on. Okay. When we substitute, when we replace this F1, F2, F3, what we need to do? We need to replace F1 is equal to F2 is equal to F3 so on with the value of F, as we are assuming, what we are assuming, coefficient of friction or friction factor is same. And what else we are assuming? We are assuming that discharge is same. Now, let us convert this V1 or V2 in terms of Q, as we know that Q is equal to area into velocity. Q is equal to area pi by 4. Okay, pi by 4. If we consider of pipe 1 pi by 4 d square into V1. So, from here what is the value of V1? Q by pi by 4. Okay. Q by pi by 4 is the value of velocity into d1 square, velocity into d1 square. Substitute. So, here in this thing, if we substitute the values of this Q, Okay, velocity in terms of q, then we will be getting this equation. Velocity in terms of q, we will be getting this equation. See this f1 by 2g in every equation, f1 by 2g, f2 by 2g is replaced with f by 2g, f by 2g. So, everywhere what is the constant for every pipe, L1 and D1 get changes. Okay, for L1 and D1 get changes. So, we sum up this. Okay, we write this in, we sum up this thing separately. Why D1 to the power of 5? See here D1 square by multiplying D to the power of 4. We are substituting the formula of V1 square. Okay, what is the formula of V over here, V1 over here? V1 is equal to q by pi by 4 into D1 square. Okay, D1 square, D1 to the power whole square, it becomes D to the power 4, and in the numerator we have already D. So, it goes to D power 5. So, this is the loss of head due to friction in the equivalent pipe. In the equivalent pipe, what it is? HL, loss of friction. HL, when we talk about single pipe, okay, loss of head is FLV square by 2GD. If we same substitute here, what we get? F is equal to 2G Q square by pi by 4 whole square into LD to the power of 5. Just equate, just here in the place of HL, just here in the place of HL, HL is head loss, substitute this value. So, similar terms get cancelled, and we will get the relationship of equivalent pipe as L by D to the power of 5. This is nothing but length and diameter of equivalent pipe. Length by diameter to the power of 5 is nothing but how we will be designing equivalent pipe by this equation. L to the power of D power 5 is equal to L1 D1 to the power of 5 plus L2 D to power of 5 plus so on. This is also known as Dupuit's equation. This equation is also known as Dupuit's equation for designing equivalent pipe. In this thing we are designing, what we are designing? We are designing equivalent pipe. Dupuit's equation is used to design equivalent pipe. Okay. So, we have seen pipes in series or compounds pipe, and we have seen in equivalent pipe. One more type of pipe is remaining, that is nothing but pipes in parallel. Let us see that what is all about pipes in parallel. So, pipes in parallel, in series, what we have studied in series, pipes in series, just recall in this chapter what we have studied in series. In series, what is happening in series? Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3 so on. Okay. And head loss, total head loss is equal to H1 plus H2 plus H3 so on. This was the things regarding in series. Now, look at how these things changes in parallel. When pipes are in parallel, when we call pipes in parallel, when a main pipeline divides into two or more parallel pipes which again join together downstream and continue as a main line, the pipes are said to be in parallel. See, here it is known as upstream, this side is known as upstream, this is upstream, and this is nothing but our main pipe. This is our main pipe. Here this area is known as downstream. This area is known as downstream. Now, look at the equation. When a main pipeline divides into two or more parallel pipes which again join together at downstream and continue as a main line, the pipes are said to be in parallel. The pipes are connected in parallel in order to increase the discharge passing through the main. Increase the discharge passing through the main. Why these pipes in parallel are used? See, if you want to increase the discharge, as in pipes in series, what we have seen, discharge is equal. If you attach any number of pipe, the discharge will be same in series connection. When in terms of parallel connection, if you want to increase the discharge, then you need to go for parallel connection. The discharge in the main line is equal to sum of the discharges in each parallel pipes. So, here the discharge in the main line is equal to the sum of the discharges in each of the parallel pipe. This is reverse of in series. In parallel, what happens? Q1 is equal to discharge gets added. Here discharge gets added, which is nothing but Q1 is equal to Q1 plus Q2. This was in parallel connection. This was in parallel connection. What was in series? Q1 is equal to Q2 was in series connection. This was in series. Now, here head loss. Head loss is same all over the section. The head loss is same in this section, which is equal to F L1 V1 square by, here head loss is same at every pipe. In series, head loss was added in series. In series, the head loss is sum up, whereas in the parallel connection the head loss is equal. In parallel, discharge is sum up, whereas in series the discharge is equal at every section of the pipe. So, this was all about the pipe flow systems through pipes in series, compound pipes, equivalent pipe, and pipes flow through parallel pipes. Hope you people have understood this, and we will see the numerical examples based on this topic. Okay? Thank you. Thanks a lot.